Yes and kinda but not really but yeah, and I say that because Adam Reisman's answer hits pretty close to the mark. I just wanted to expand on the idea for clarity. So early on in Jewish religion, and talking before even Deuteronomy and for that matter any real religious doctrine or edict, there was the idea of Sheol, and in its original concept was similar to that of Hades, just a place where the dead gathered. It made no difference if you were good or bad, evil or whatever, there was no reward and no punishment. Much like the original Greek idea of Hades. Then at the height of Jewish mysticism it became a place depicted as eternal damnation and torture. Then this whole concept is thrown out, even before the creating of religious doctrine banning mysticism and soothsaying. That later we see laws and guidelines against start appearing in the faith. The only real points that need to be hit on here is that there is no proof that it was adapted from Greek mythology. In fact, the idea of Hades like afterlife, basically a mall for dead people with no stores, or an endless gym assembly at school, is not unique either to the Greek nor the Jewish faith but seems to be a basic preliminary construction by every culture. As far as it being Christian idea to which Reisman refers, again this is going to be a yes, no but kind of. The apostles and Christ both would not have actually held a concept of hell as it is depicted, and actually the idea we have of hell does not seem to emerge until post-Dark Ages, though it probably was present before the Dark Ages but is mostly a creation of early post-Roman Catholicism and based upon non-Christian and non-Jewish concepts mostly created out of poor explanation and illiteracy of the Dark Ages. There is a sect even now that take the idea very literally. We can assume there was always this percentage of people. What Jesus himself is getting at is drawing on the idea of caring for the dead based in tradition, and that those who sin have no one to care for them when they are dead, and so rather than as Mary comes to do to tend to his body, you would just be dumped in public pits and left to burn or rot. Not in the Christian sense, no. Others have supplied good information on what Judaism does believe. The earliest religion with a duality structure, good versus evil, light versus dark, heaven versus hell, was Zoroastrianism. Similar beliefs in early cultures and religions, including Christianity, is believed to trace back to that original influence. Judaism mostly rejected the concept, though there were occasional exceptions, so it has neither a concept of eternal torture as punishment for sins, or a dark spiritual entity who opposes God. No. Christianity required the hellfire scenario because their salvation scenario requires something for Christians to be saved from. That something could not be Roman tyranny, or the Romans would have destroyed Christianity completely and permanently and instantly. Hellfire provided the perfect story element to complete the Christian salvation scenario. Jews kept trying to save their national culture from the actual real-world Romans, and the Romans kept murdering Jews. Christians offered to save individuals from a postmortem hell, and the Romans left them alone or used their help for imperial purposes.